Right, the morning after the big freeze. Well, not really a big freeze here. I mean, we did get down to minus 2.2. So roughly what the all my local weather apps said. So that's quite nice for them to be accurate for a change, because normally it goes a little bit lower. Yeah, so they said -2, and it was around -2, just under. A little bit of a frost on the floor. Obviously everything that is under cover, under a shelter, is absolutely fine. It did rain a little bit yesterday, but obviously everything's dry underneath there. There's an echium, so I just put fleece over the centre growth, along with a little plastic cloche on top of that, just to protect the growing point. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. So we've got another shelter here, which the sun is now starting to hit. It's around 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, so I've got a lot of, I'd say, sort of tender palms in here, potted. So let's have a quick look and see what's going on. So there's a lot of these are potted palms in here, so obviously not going to be as hardy as stuff in the ground, but because it's drier and under shelter, we didn't get a frost in here. It's still, and I have got a temperature sensor attached to, well, this is a thermostat for the heat cable. I'm saying 1.7 at the moment. The sensor is there. So the heat cable is just literally going around the Phoenix Ropicola, around the Paragebaya Torellii, and also wrapped around the base of the Phoenix Robolini. So these are palms that are in the ground. So that little bit of heat coming from the heat cable is just radiating up a little bit, just to keep that temperature around the palms a little bit, a degree or so warmer, that's all. But other than that, yeah, everything else we see here is in pots and looks okay. I have got a maximum and minimum temperature here. So in here, I think the batteries are starting to go on this. I don't know if it's showing up as -1.2, so just a degree warmer than outside, but that's enough to, again, with them being drier, it's enough to keep them, hopefully keep them damage free. So yeah, we have got a lot of unusual or stroke sort of tender palms, which one day I'm going to be trying in a garden. So what we've got is a Phoenix sylvestris, got a couple of them. We've got a queen palm, a couple of queen palms, Phoenix reclinata, and some we've got Trachycarpus here. This one is tequila, and just some other fan palms, Washingtonias and things like that. So we can see with some of the more tender plants in here. Look okay. So I think the heat cable is definitely going to just protect the stuff in the ground, again just by keeping it a degree warmer. Right, so let's have a look at the other shelter with the heat cable. So yeah, the sun is out. It is pure blue sky. And look at that. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but that's my neighbour's Japanese maple. Brilliant red. Really quite pretty in the winter. Yeah, so you can see by the fats here, it did get cool. Sort of flop down, that'll soon spring back up. Yeah, so this is the other shelter with a couple of tender palms in here. So we've got the Livingstone chinensis and the Nico palm, which got damaged last winter. So we decided to put the heat cable in here. So again, it's just wrapped around the base of the Nico palm and the base of the Livingstone chinensis, with a bit of fleece around it just to hold the heat in. There's no point having a heat cable out in the open if it's just going to bleed the heat out and not actually sort of accumulate around the plant as such. So just a little bit of fleece wrapped around just to keep the temperature up. So the I don't know if I got brain freeze this morning. I seem to be struggling with all the names, but yeah, Tetrapanax here, quite a small one. It has got a woody stem, but the top growth is obviously the soft point. So what I've just done is again just put some fleece over with a little plastic cone over the top. You see that is sort of frozen to an extent, but that's hopefully just going to protect that soft growth at the top there. So I'll leave that off during the day. Yeah, so I just checked my local weather apps again this morning, and it has changed a bit. It's going to be a bit milder than first originally thought. So we have got a couple of zeros, but apart from that, we're sort of plus. So we're still in for a few frosts, but not as bad as originally thought. But I will be leaving the fleece bags on, anything that have got fleece bags, for the next week or so, just to be careful, just in case things do change again. So I've sort of unzipped this a little bit because the sun's hitting this. I didn't want it to warm up too much inside, but we've got the sago palm there and the Buteo odorata underneath there. And yeah, sticking my hand in there, it's already, yeah, it's got to be at least 5 or 6 degrees in there when it's only 1 degree outside. So it is warming up with that sun hitting it. So I will need to open that zip up fully. Yeah, so minus 2.2. So we've got a ground frost, but the pond is clear, it's not frozen at all, so definitely weren't that cold. We've got a few leaflets on the Phoenix canariensis, which is, you know, showing a bit of a cell retraction, a bit of discoloration. That's obviously perfectly normal. And when you're looking at a palm of this size, I mean, if I was really concerned and we were going to get really cold, then I probably could do something with this. I could tie the fronds up and put a big fleece bag over the top and wrap round if I needed to, but that would be a bit of a job, to be honest. I'd need a decent step ladder, and to be fair, this palm's seen quite a few really cold patches and not really been a problem. We had that beast from the east in 2018, and that we had a week solid of sort of minus 6s and 7s, and it survived that. So, but again, just helps to be in a good microclimate. And I always say this corner is my best microclimate just because it gets the sun all day in winter, and we've got, you know, a fence and a shed there, and it's sort of nice sheltered corner, and there's a sort of lot of mature or bigger plants and things. So I've got a big eucalyptus there, then we've got the Trachycarpus and the Phoenix canariensis, so it's all quite good canopy. We used to have the bamboo in this corner, so that did provide good canopy shelter as well, but since taking that out, I mean, it's opened it up the area, and still, I mean, with this small palm here, Chamaedorea radicalis, that is still underneath the canopy there of the Trachycarpus. So, and it again gets the sun during the day, so we're getting a bit of a bounce back, which is good. And the thing is, if I go further down the border, the mulch is frozen solid, where it's here that is a little bit icy, but it's not frozen solid, so I know it's a little bit milder in this corner. And also with we can see by the factors in this corner that it's not as cold here as it was other places in the garden. Yeah, so it's not going to be a long one, just a quick sort of update from the video done yesterday about covering everything up. I did have some couple of spare fleeces, so I've literally just laid them over anything that might be a little bit more tender. I mean, even though I've got a couple of cord lines here, Southern Splendor and a couple of other coloured ones, so I thought, well, I'd chuck a fleece bag over them just to edge my bets, make sure they are underneath again the canopy of the Phoenix canariensis, but it's not going to hurt if you've got a spare fleece bag. So I just literally unzipped this fleece bag and chucked it over them. You know, why not if you got it? It's done the same here with these ones. So yeah, just an open fleece bag chucked over. I am surprised that this palm grass is doing as well as it has. Still nice and green at the moment, but I've no doubt by the end of winter that would have died down and have to regrow from the roots. Right, so the fleeces definitely worth doing, even though we've had colder this winter, but you know, it is that time of year where you just don't know how cold it's going to get. So why not, if you've got the stuff to protect your plants, use it. In this case, wasn't strictly necessary, but the same note, if you've got the time, just make the effort and do it. But yeah, quite a nice day actually. Now the sun's starting to get a bit higher in the sky, you can feel a little bit of warmth from that. Again, very, very still day, practically no wind. Yeah, just an update really from yesterday. So all the fleeces are on, and hopefully no damage to anything. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, we'll catch you on the next one.